This mushroom came out so perfect that I refuse to let it be a one-hit wonder. So today we're going to clone it, and honestly, it's easier than you think. If you've ever grown a mushroom that you absolutely love, the shape, the color, the taste, there's a way you can actually save those exact genetics. Cloning allows us to take our favorite mushrooms and repeat that success over and over again, or you can even isolate weird traits that you want to keep. I just grew this lion's mane here in a bucket and it turned out beautiful. It's dense, it's fluffy, it smells great, it's just super clean. So instead of just hoping I get lucky again, I'm going to clone these genetics so every future lion's mane can grow just like this one. A quick tip before we start, this process works best with fresh mushrooms. The older, the drier they get, the less success you may have with this technique. We need a still air environment to create a sanitary space where we can actually work and create these clones. For this process, we're going to need a couple supplies. We'll need a still air box, a sterile scalpel, 70% isopropyl alcohol, a few agar plates, gloves, and obviously a mushroom of your choosing. Altogether, everything I'm using here is less than 50 bucks. I'll link everything I'm using here below if you guys want to check it out yourself. So first we need to glove up, then spray everything inside the box with 70% isopropyl alcohol, especially your gloves and the outside of your agar plates. 70% alcohol works better than 99% because it evaporates more slowly, and with that slower evaporation gives it more opportunity to kill these microbes that we don't want to contaminate our workspace. Next, we'll loosen the lids on the agar plates, but don't quite take them off yet. We want to assume the outside of this mushroom is covered in bacteria, which it likely is. So if we take our sterile scalpel and slice right into it, that one sterile scalpel will be sterile no more. So the method here is to simply rip your mushroom in half, or at least just rip a chunk out of it. This technique has two real key benefits. The first is that by ripping with our hands, it allows us to maintain a sterile blade, which we're going to use in a moment. Secondly, it just makes me feel strong ripping things in half. Which brings us into step 3. Here we simply uncap our sterile scalpel and cut a tiny piece from the inner center of the mushroom. And you don't really need much. I usually aim for about a half pea in size. Smaller than that is totally fine. We just want to grab some good, healthy tissue. This part can take a little finesse, so don't feel bad if you're awkwardly chasing a tiny mushroom chunk around your still air box the first time you do this. They don't always cut out nice and easy. Once you have your tissue sample, gently lift the lid of the agar just enough to slide your scalpel in and drop your sample into the agar. Then we're going to close our lid right away. I'm going to repeat this process onto a second plate just in case one piece has weaker mycelium, or if I'm sloppy and get a little bit of contamination on one. Seal up both your plates and safely dispose of your scalpel. Now we just have to wait a week or two. It's been about a week for this guy, and you can see some mycelium branching out from the little piece of tissue. This is known as rhizomorphic growth. It's characterized by these little rope-like strands. I think they almost kind of look like roots or veins in a way. Eventually the mycelium will colonize the whole plate like this one. This one's been about 6 weeks now. As long as it looks clean, no weird colors or fuzz or wet spots or anything, you're good to go. You can actually see on the seal of the plate what looks like a little bit of contamination, but it doesn't look like it's been able to get inside. My gloves may have not been sterile enough when I originally cracked open the lid, but it looks okay for now. That's exactly why I like to do multiple plates at a time. With this colonized agar, we can make liquid culture, We can move this to grain spawn, or we can keep isolating it for stronger genetics. And if you don't want to make your own liquid culture from scratch, I do have some available over at happymycelium.com, which I'll link down below. And that's it. You've successfully cloned a mushroom. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching and happy growing.